Hi, welcome to Laid Back Learning and Living. I'm Heather. Today, we're going to talk about 5 benefits that I've found to homeschooling. Benefit number 1, stronger relationships with your child. Not only are you your child's teacher, but first and foremost, you're the parent. In these dual roles, that means that you get to experience all the joy that comes with them first understanding how to read or do their first addition problem. It's really wonderful being able to see that light click and the joy that comes with it. Through these dual roles of both parent and teacher, you end up being around each other more, which gives you more time to learn about each other and your personalities and how they interact together. Not only that, but your family unit tends to be stronger because you are around each other more. So siblings will look at each other more as friends and not just siblings. Now, this is not all sunshine and rainbows. Our kids definitely squabble, but it's wonderful seeing them creating lifelong friendships. Benefit number 2, longer childhoods. We are all for having our kids stay kids as long as possible. We're not trying to shelter them, but we do want to introduce information when we feel like it's age appropriate and it's not put on them by their peers. Not every child matures at the same rate. I don't expect our young kids to be able to sit at a desk for hours on end each day. Instead, I want them outside playing and exploring and learning in their environment. So not only does this lend itself to them getting their wiggles out, but then they're able to focus later on when we are doing a lesson. Benefit number 3, your child can retain information more easily. Not only are you able to teach to their learning style, but you can also teach to their learning speed. If you see that your child is struggling, you're able to linger on that lesson a little bit longer. Or if they're really enjoying it, you're able to dive deeper. You're not trying to move on to the next thing. This also lends itself to if your child has grasped a concept quickly, you're able to move through to the next lessons until they are able to be challenged. Your child's also able to retain the information better when you're able to teach to their learning style. So if your kid is a tactile learner, do more projects, get their hands involved. If they're a visual learner, do more whiteboards and chalkboards so that they're able to see the information in front of them. Or sometimes your kids are just a combination of things where they're a visual and an audio learner. Adapt to them and they're going to be able to take in that information more easily and quickly. So this topic in and of itself is large enough that we'll address it later in another future video. Benefit number 4, you get to learn right alongside your kids. I don't know about you, but I've forgotten a lot of what I learned in elementary school. This gives you the opportunity to go back and relearn with them. Not only is it fun to get involved in the projects, but your kids will love seeing you drawing or doing a science experiment right alongside them. They'll share in the joy with you, which is an amazing experience. By doing this, it's also setting a great example of your kids of lifelong learning. They'll see you researching and learning right alongside them and see that just because you're out of school does not mean that learning ever stops. Benefit number 5, adaptability to a busy schedule. Now you're wondering, how is homeschool life going to fit in with my already busy schedule? But that's just it. You're able to adapt your homeschooling schedule to your life. That means no more busy rushing out the door trying to catch the bus in the morning. If you're not an early riser, start school a little bit later. If you have a busy extracurricular schedule for that season, maybe you start school a little bit earlier so you can finish in the afternoon a little bit sooner. Or maybe you go lighter on those lessons on those days, knowing that you have to be out the door by a certain time. Do you work from home? Break up your school day. Maybe you have a block in the morning where you're doing school, and then you have a late morning, early afternoon block where you're able to get some work done while your children do reading or lessons that are independent. And then in the afternoon, you come back together. Maybe you change around your days and you're not following a traditional school schedule. You do school on the weekends, so that frees up more days during the work week. Or maybe you do an abridged school week. We do 4 days a week, so it leaves our Fridays open for chores or catch-up work or appointments. That way we're not making those appointments during the middle of the week. It also gives us the opportunity to do our fun stuff, which we have on a loop, and we'll talk about that in a later video. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found these 5 benefits to homeschooling that I've discovered over the years helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss future content. You almost dry erased the carpet.
Back to my hands.
Oh my God. Go grab it quick.
Don't shut any doors, be super quiet, go. Like a ninja, take it with you.
Ninja skills. Welcome to Laid Back Learning and Listening.
Right
Right back.
that way.
Right back.
So I'm not doing it.